no more Kyler Murray, unsure if they're going to roll with the likes of Jacoby Brissett, Gardner Minshew. Where do you stand with the Cardinals right now? They did make other moves also in free agency.
Yeah, the Cardinals were an interesting team. I gave them a B minus. I liked some of the things they did, like bringing an offensive guard, Isaac Seumalo, Falcons running back, Tyler Algier. So they're helping out their quarterback by making their offense better. They signed Kendrick Bourne, so you add a few weapons, an offensive lineman. You pair that with the superstars who were already there, like Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison. So they did a lot to help out the quarterback. But who's that quarterback going to be? If it's Jacoby Brissett and Gardner Minshew, do you really feel good about one of those two guys leading you to an NFC West title? I'm not so sure. So I do feel like it was an interesting offseason for Arizona because you're kind of rebuilding, but you also want to compete, and that's a tough spot to be in, especially when you have a new head coach. So Mike LaFleur is going to have his work cut out for him. I'm sure they would have loved to have gotten Jimmy Garoppolo, but that didn't work out, so they went out and signed Gardner Minshew. So it will be interesting to see what Arizona does. They did make a couple moves I like, so I gave them a B minus.
I actually love this roster for Arizona, and the fact they've done a lot of great things in the draft the last 4 to 5 years, building on what they just did this offseason in free agency. This roster is a quarterback away, and whether or not that quarterback is going to be Jacoby Brissett, and if he could just play stable football, they'll win a lot of games. But this screams quarterback for me, and Mike LaFleur, former quarterback in college. Shout out to the Blue Jays of Elmhurst University. He played quarterback there before switching to safety. But he is someone that now gets a chance to pick his quarterback that he chooses to be the guy to develop on this roster. It's not going to be in the first round because they picked too high to take a quarterback. But guess what? Rounds 2 through 7, there's an opportunity. The guy I think would be the ideal fit to groom and develop behind a Jacoby Brissett and a Gardner Minshew. How about Arkansas's quarterback, Taylor Green, who reminds me of Randall Cunningham and what he does out there on the field. So they're looking for a quarterback of the future, a developmental quarterback. They got guys that can start games for them, and his roster is good enough to where they can start games, win some games while developing behind the scenes.